Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Green Witch Homestead. I wanted to start off here and do a quick little update on the fodder trays because I know last week when it was time for the video to go out, they hadn't quite grown as far along in progression as I would have liked them to, but we have 2 trays now that are ready to be used and the rest of them are coming up pretty quick. This is tray 1, and as you can see, the peas have started to come up here. The wheat is about 4 inches long. And down in the bottom, you can see these little, these are arugula. I tossed some in at the end there. So this tray is ready to be used. And the nice thing about it is it's easy. Just pick the whole thing up. You can cut sections of however much you want to feed. This here is the day 3 tray. And as you can see, the wheat is very thick. In this one, I put a bit more seeds in it. The peas haven't quite come up, so they're in there. They just haven't quite made it as tall. So this one's got a couple more days before it goes out. I just wanted to show those because I know at the end of the last video, they didn't look quite as full, and a few people were concerned that it may not actually be enough. But that's what the trays should look like when they're ready to be used. And that took, I think, 8, maybe 9 days total from start to feed. So I've got 10 trays, which puts my cycle perfectly. But let's get to the real reason why we're here today. This is just going to be a quick, short little announcement type video. I did a little bit of a discussion with some people that are very dear to my heart, and we were all talking about the craziness that's going on in the world today, regardless of what side of the argument or debate or whatever you want to call it you fall on. Everybody is being made aware of the fact that things are just not as easy to get a hold of as they used to be. So one of the things that I decided with my garden talents and my YouTube channel, as well as my TikTok, I decided I'm going to go ahead and I am going to do a victory garden how-to start to finish series. So there'll be longer, more detailed videos here on the YouTube channel, and on our TikTok we'll do quick little snippet videos focusing on one thing at a time because they're only 2 to 3 minute videos. I'm going to go ahead and move into my greenhouse because the wind is picking up. So if you're not familiar with what a victory garden is, basically during the war times when men were being drafted and the factories were low on workers and farms were low on workers, the food supply, or at least the supply chain, was interrupted, and it was harder and harder for people to just go to the grocery store and purchase food. So the government came up and asked for people to start growing a small garden in their yards, anywhere that they had space, to help supplement the food supply for themselves and for their neighbors and for family and anyone else that they might be willing to share with. And thus the Victory Garden was born. It's a simplified plot of vegetables that's very precisely planned out with rotational cropping, and it's usually able to feed a family of 4. Now you can up the amount that you want to grow if you have a larger family, or you can reduce it, or just keep it as is and have some extra for putting away. We decided that we're going to go ahead and do a start to finish on the Victory Garden. I'm going to do everything from different methods for breaking the ground, getting your measurements, your spacing required, finding seeds, sourcing different types of seeds. I'm going to see if I can work with a few seed companies that I know already to provide different accesses. I'm actually going to go ahead and research, see if I can't find a Victory Garden seed kit. I know I've seen them before. This is me officially inviting you all along to follow the series. I'm going to try and post the Victory Garden series every Wednesday. Now there may be a few spaces in between because we are going into winter, so it's mostly prep time right now. There's not going to be a lot of work being done. But anyway, like I said, I want to invite you guys along to follow that journey and come grow a Victory Garden with us, and hopefully we can help everybody provide more food for their family in a small space. If you are interested in participating in this Victory Garden tutorial, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell to get notifications every time that we upload so that you don't miss any of the updates on this. And I'm super excited to do this. I might be doing some collaboration with a few other channels on this. Everything's still in the work. I just wanted to announce it and let you guys know. So I hope you guys follow along. I hope you guys are going to enjoy doing this Victory Garden. And remember, get your hands dirty. Make sure that you tune in next Wednesday where we go over all the different seeds that we're going to need to find for the different vegetables that are going to be in the garden, and we'll talk about the spacing required and the different tools that you may need for getting your ground broken to start your victory garden. See you next week.